Welcome to another video, everyone. Today we are checking out another player review. We're looking at Robot Robert here. This is a very long game, so we're going to be just going over either speeding up through it or just going over some of the details. Just for starters, there is one thing that could have been a little bit faster for this start. Obviously, we see he's going to be boosting Mad Burn. So what would have been better for a starter if you're boosting is probably to let Madburn go for these two mexes and then Robert go for this third mex and then just share it right off the bat. They ended up having Madburn take all three mexes and then Robert start with helping out the base. So it's not a huge deal, but it might have helped the opening a little bit. Anyway, most of the early game is he's just gonna start boosting this factory, so there's not really a lot we need to look at here. Going down to get a max, no big deal, nothing too unique here. And then just boosting, and this can be pretty tough for someone because when you boost like this, it does cost a lot of metal and a lot of energy, and it can be pretty tough to transition. And I feel like he does a pretty good job of transitioning. So when you're in a position like this where you are boosting, having energy conversion is huge. In fact, I might even have produced a few more because we're still wasting energy here. I would just be converting as much as I possibly could at all times, because that's the only way you really have a metal income, and that'll help you out a lot. So just for when you do start to build your factory and like get all that up and running, it would be a lot more effective to have as many converters as possible. But you see he starts dwindling here, so it's not a big deal anyway. So yeah, let's just keep going through. We boost for a while, and you see it's causing a significant force at the front line, which is huge. Might be a little bit micro intensive for blue, I don't know. Yeah, the fronts are doing all right, but this side looks like it could end up having problems later on. And now we see he's transitioning into a air factory, which will be good, because they noticed that yellow went air, so they got to get some fighters out. Easy hold there, easy hold. Now Robert is going to end up going for a couple bombing runs right off the bat, which will be huge, and ends up working out pretty well. But it's a pretty rough game at the start. Like, they don't really have a large advantage right off the bat. Just trying to get our wind power up so that we have a little bit more metal income. I'm actually really surprised that our metal is maxed out right now. It's pretty impressive. Okay, and we're going for a T2 lab, which is a great idea. The fact that we did have enough metal to transition, it would only make sense to. Then you can start building up a better economy and upgrading your mexes pretty quickly. And we don't have very many fighters out. We probably should be focusing fighters right after that advanced constructor gets out. That's definitely a priority. I don't know what Mr. Robert is doing over there. That's maybe not the best choice. Okay, he's getting the mexes upgraded here. Definitely a good idea. And now popping out fighters, which is great. Now, obviously, we really need to be paying attention to make sure that there are no fighter walls coming in. It looks like their air player might be in a similar position, maybe a little bit more metal income. So that's not really great for a robot, because he's going to have a bit less of an actual army built up. But he's going for bombers now, which can be huge. You just got to make sure you have the fighters to support them. And currently, it doesn't look like he has that many. I can't really select all of them very easily. So let's see if I can't do that. He has 35 fighters total, which might be enough. Oh wait, no, that's counting all of the enemy fighters as well. Let's see. So enemies have 26. So I think it's a little bit early to be going for fighters. It might have been a good idea to send a scout in and try to get a feel for their air force before starting to crank out bombers. Also, if you're now metal stalling, would have been a good idea to suck up these T1 solars, because we all know T1 solars are one of the worst energy productions. And it looks like our commander got shot down, which is not great. And a bunch of air force over here just wrecking. So I don't know if maybe we didn't see that they went air, and that's part of the problem. That could be it. Maybe we were expecting to be able to do a bombing run without being harassed first. But good job taking out that. A little bit low on fighters like we expected. But now that they just sent all of their forces to come and attack that Cerberus, you should be able to do a bombing run with no problem. So we'll let this play out a bit. Oh, here comes some bombers. Do we see them? Oh, no, those are gunships. Never mind. Up here comes the bombers. Sneaky play along the back line here, and that's perfect. That's just what you need. Knock out some of that economy. Good hits. We could have hit this one. I don't think we quite make it. Yeah, maybe a little bit of scouting would have helped there. Did we get any more off? Not quite enough to do the damage you need for those fusion. But it was a decent bombing run. You definitely weakened their army, weakened their backline a bit. So, huge deal there. Unfortunately, your team's having equal problems over here. Maybe not quite as much. Really, these guys should have been sucking him up. That would have been an easy kill. Okay, what do we got, Robert? We are cranking out more bombers still, and you have a bomber advantage for sure, or a fighter advantage. So when you get your bombers up, you could easily do another bombing run. Let's see, cranking out those bombers, getting them ready. And it looks like we are going to set up over on this side and try to do the same thing on the opposite side, which I think this ends up working out pretty well for you as well. Obviously you have a spy tank in the back here, which isn't good, but you know, it is what it is. I probably would have sent some fighters to defend these guys. You could have made them last a little bit longer. I mean, it's not that bad, you know, you still put in some work on them, but you got shot down by just a couple fighters. If you had sent your fighter wall in the same direction, then it could have been a bit better for you, I think, on that side of things. But your team is definitely pushing them pretty well. in the middle as well, so that's very good. We'll go ahead and keep speeding up. We got our fusion. Not really going for an advanced fusion, and you don't really need to, I think. Obviously, the fusion reactors for Cortex are a little bit more expensive than their advanced fusion as far as like metal to energy production. So that's something to keep in mind. We also have a Juggernaut on the front line. Probably one of your team hopefully will get a commander up there to degun that. Alright, let's get some more production up. Got a couple more bombers landing down. You're holding. You always have to be aware of the front line as an air player. You do not want to let units come through and destroy your back. Ooh, that's a good call. Good call there. Killing their law cannon. Very effective. Do we get another runoff? Oh, I feel like that was some missed opportunities. Like you could have bombed here and then bombed here and then bombed here potentially, but I think you missed that opportunity. Looks like we got some snipers taking out your main base over here. One of your T3 factories. It's not looking good. I think we're gonna start sending some units down there to push them, take them out. We're gonna need something. Yep. Oof. T3 factory gone. That's a lot of metal. That's a lot of cost. It's a big deal. Almost pushed up into their main base. Oh boy, all it takes is one of these energy converters and this whole area is gonna explode. You gotta be very careful of that. We got a pulsar up, so maybe you'll be able to hold off against it. We'll see. The pulsars are definitely gonna help. Always try to remember to target your anti-air as much as you can if you're going air, because just killing this thing is going to make it so your guys can put out a lot more damage. That's one thing I'm noticing right off the bat. Get that anti-air out of there. Target him on purpose. That can be helpful. I know you were getting your comm over here for a D-gun, so that, like, if honestly that's a good use of APM. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm just also saying that targeting the anti-air can really help change the tide. Ooh, what are we killing over here? Some spiders crawling over the mountain. Good catch, good kills. They're not going to be able to defend against these guys. The gunships easily spraying down and destroying all of them. Huge use. Honestly, this guy should have sent his couple fighters he had to go fight. But it looks like, honestly, the whole map is gone. While you were defending here, the whole map is basically destroyed. And you put in a huge dent on the economy. But there's still a couple little things you could do differently. Just your opening, you could have helped build a little bit more than you originally did in your opening. But they're minor changes. Ultimately, you did a really good job. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. The game is essentially over. The other team's leaving. And yeah, hopefully this gives you some good examples of how to play air. I'm honestly impressed with how well your economy turned out, especially after boosting so late into the game. You did a fantastic job of just keeping your economy up. And I'm curious where all of that metal came from, because I don't know. I don't know if you had people giving you metal later on or what, because you had a lot of metal basically throughout the whole game. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you want to submit a video to be reviewed, you can go to our Discord channel and submit it in the submissions channel for Discord. And as always, I will see you guys on the next video.